Hey everyone, welcome back. I've got the tractor in the shop. So the issue with this is that it does not move forward or reverse. It runs, the hydraulics on it work, the 3-point hitch, the PTO, the hydraulics for the bucket, all of that works. It runs good, it just doesn't go forward or reverse. So it's got a hydrostatic transmission on it. That could be the issue, plug line or something like that in it. Or what I'm thinking and hoping is just the clutch. You can kind of hear it. It sounds like it wants to engage, but it's just not doing anything. There is no inspection port or anything like that to get to it. So I pretty much have to separate the tractor. So I do have a repair manual right here. Doesn't seem too hard. A couple bolts and everything kind of comes apart. So basically all we're going to be doing is starting to disassemble. So we'll end up getting the battery out, gas tank out, take some of this, get the rad and all that out. I do have all the service stuff for it, fluids, new filters, so we'll kind of go through it as we go along. I'll give everything a good cleaning, starter and all that. There's some pretty shady ground straps on here that I would like to fix, but other than that, I want to get it moving forward and reverse first. So yeah, I also got matching wheels to the back because those drive me nuts. They are not correct and they're not even bolted on properly, so we'll get that all sorted as well. Yeah, so I got the hood off, battery out. Next, I don't know, probably fuel tank. So I gotta get to these bolts. There's a couple here. Starter's gotta come out. And then a couple on this side. I guess I can drain the oil out of this thing as well. And then get the cherry picker over here. Okay, so I just took the starter out. I'm gonna see if my little camera can get into there just to see. I doubt I'll see anything, but never know. So, after I took the starter out there, I put my little probe camera in there just to see if I can see anything. And I did find something. So on these old Ford tractors, this here is my forward and reverse. The rod that goes inside the center section here attaches to the hydrostatic transmission. It is a very common problem that comes apart, which on this is the case. So I'll insert a video here. So as you can see, it's loose, it's not attached, so that will be the reason why I have no forward or reverse. Could still need a clutch. I don't know. The thing is now, instead of just taking the engine out, I have to take pretty much everything from here out because there is no way to get to that nut from the outside, which is dumb. You'd think they would have put a inspection port or something on the bottom, but not the case. So a little more work, but at least now I know hopefully what the issue is. When I take it all apart, I might still end up doing a clutch. We'll take a look, see how bad it is, but at least we've figured something out. So the disassemble continues. Yeah, I might need some more space So it's a few days later. I wanted to tidy some stuff up. As you can see, no more mess. Finally have some space to work on this. So after some thinking, I might not have to separate the whole tractor. I might just be able to remove the engine out, and it might give me enough room to reattach what I need to attach. I'm gonna try that. I mean, that's all gonna come apart anyway, even if I do have to take this midsection apart. That's like from here to here. Oh, sorry, here to here, that section out. So I'm gonna start with this. So I am going to drain the oil, probably drain the coolant because I'll end up replacing all of that. But this bracket here, I might keep attached to the engine and then just take that whole bracket and everything out as a unit, which means I only have to disassemble the cooler lines, one on each side. Some of this stuff here, and then on this side, it's basically just this fuel line and some of the electrical wires and that there, because there's not a whole lot that go in together there. So shouldn't be that hard. Famous last words. But yeah, I'm gonna get going on this, and hopefully we'll get her moving soon. That oil looks pretty gross. Probably hasn't been changed in many, many years. So that's at least good we're doing that. I'll get this filter up here changed off as well. Actually, I'm gonna leave that for now. I don't want to put the new one on just yet. Yeah, that is gross looking oil. Don't mind that filter there. It's not from this. It's from the TDI Golf that I did some service to yesterday. Okay, now that that's pretty much done, I will go ahead and drain the coolant here. Or maybe I'll wait. That's gonna make such a mess. So there's really no method or procedure I'm following. I'm literally just starting to disassemble it because I know it's gotta come apart, so. So I'm at the point where I gotta drain the fuel tank, and I don't feel like doing that tonight. So I'm gonna call it. And yeah, we'll pick it up on the next video. Hopefully we'll get the engine off, because there's not a whole lot left I gotta do before I just take those bolts off. I got 4 bolts underneath, and then just like the bell housing bolts, if you want to call them that. Yeah, and then I can remove all of this. I just got to get to this fuel line, which I got to remove that, hopefully. I was hoping maybe there was a valve at the bottom of this fuel tank, but it doesn't look like it. So I might either have to drop that to get to this, which there is a filter down there, which I want to access anyway. So I don't know what I'm going to do here yet, but I'm getting close. Yeah, just a couple bolts and then this should all come apart. So yeah, hopefully on the next video I'll have the engine out. But yeah, we're making progress. See you on the next one.